Hey guys, today's going to be an exciting video similar to my most popular video, which I can't believe I'm saying finally. But I did a video recently about a month ago or 2 months ago now about testing Sammy Ingram's advice. I don't want to title the video the same thing, and I don't want to keep relying on, referencing a well-known coach to talk about my results, even though it's not clickbait, it's real. I think I'm gonna go a slightly different route, but it is linked to Sammy Ingram's advice because I love applying everything she says, even if it seems a little, outside of my own beliefs. I like to test it because I trust her. I've used her advice for years for manifesting in the law of assumption community. I was about to say LOA, which is what this is, but yeah, just not to confuse it with law of attraction. So today's going to be about how I personally manifested a lot of amazing things in 10 minutes or less, not like to the second 10 minutes. I have manifested a lot of things very, very, very quickly, literally on the same day, within hours, within 10 minutes, almost immediately. And I tried to think of 3 examples for you guys, just so this video isn't, 50 minutes long with me just listing all my manifestations in one go. I just broke it down into 3 recent, pretty awesome, really achievable manifestations that they're not like, I know all manifestations are the same, but they're not like crazy amazing, like, oh my god, I won £1 million on the lottery. They're pretty day-to-day things and successes that we can all have, just to show you guys how quick and easy it is to create an amazing assumption and get what you want. So do thumbs up and subscribe if that's something you enjoy. If you'd like more videos about me talking about my own manifestations, I obviously want to build up trust with you guys and show you that I know what I'm talking about. I manifest positive things every day, and I also offer one-to-one coaching, and I mention this every video, but just in case someone's not aware, I offer coaching with all the information available on my Instagram page, which is linked below. It's called LOA Coaching, just to give you guys all the information about pricing, what exactly I offer, and I have quite a few clients at the moment. They all seem to be quite happy with the service, so if you are watching, thank you so much for choosing me. I look forward to helping so many more people and learning. I've only just this year started this and really thought about how I want to do the coaching, so not the biggest expert or anything yet, but I'm really trying, and I know I'll just get better and better. So if you are interested, please do take a look. I'd love to help you out. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. I've made notes on my phone as well, so I remember exactly what I want to say. Now I'm going to go over a couple points of what I actually did to manifest in 10 minutes or really, really quickly, whatever the case may be. So one thing I started saying, and this is also actually linked to Sammy's advice, she had a video I think about saying I manifest in 3 days or less, something along those lines, and I think this might actually be originated from Neville Goddard, who talked about kind of getting your manifestations within a 3-day period. I'm not entirely sure, as I haven't researched, Neville's content personally, but I think I saw something on that. So I decided, because of Sammy's recent video about changing the rules, deciding for yourself how your manifestations go, I decided that, I'm not going to wait those 3 days, because I was affirming that if I can have it immediately, I'm going to do that. So I say 1 day or less, which works for me, and I usually manifest a lot of things really, really quickly. So I'm really pleased with that. I think I'm going to keep going with this affirmation. Highly recommend it to you guys. You can still do 3 days. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You're not causing a delay. You're not getting things slower. Just for me personally, my belief and my approach is that I just want to use a quicker time frame. Because why not, right? We can make our own rules. You can say 3 days and it won't, it'll come really, really quickly anyway. But that's just something I started using, which I think has definitely helped and contributed towards me kind of just like immediately getting what I want. And then I also use something from Sammy Ingram specifically when it comes to manifesting rules. She said create your own, and I think I got 1 or 2 from her, or I reworded it a tiny bit for myself, but I have 3. So the one I just mentioned to you guys, and also that I get everything I want quickly and easily, and only my positive thoughts manifest. So they all imply the same thing, that I get what I want really, really effortlessly, just immediately, and it's immediately mine. Whatever I want, whatever I'm manifesting, I just get it straight away, and it's only positive. So that's essentially what it implies, and those are just affirmations that I like to use. So you can pick your own and watch her video, because that's not entirely what I'm going to be talking about today. So I've been saying those every day, and I don't know how long it's been, maybe 2 weeks now, something around the 2-week period. I've been using those new self-concept manifesting rule affirmations. And I also did her Isn't It Wonderful challenge, which Isn't It Wonderful I do believe also originates from Neville Goddard, or another law of assumption, you know, guru, teacher, whoever. I'm pretty sure it comes from Neville. But anyway, I've been using Isn't It Wonderful for years. I've done guided meditations using that. I really like that, and anything to do with gratitude, which I might do another video on as well. So what I just started saying is like 10 minutes a day of Isn't It Wonderful, and during that time period I manifested a lot of things. So I might do a whole video about that, but today is more specifically about how I just manifested certain things really quickly. So Isn't It Wonderful combined with those new self-concept manifestation affirmations, and I literally only did it like 10 minutes a day, and literally 10 minutes before a prize draw was being announced. I kind of started late. I started the night before it was announced. It was going to come out, the results were coming out at midnight, and yeah, I enter all the time. I decided that, you know what, it's 11:50 p.m. I'm going to affirm Isn't It Wonderful for 10 minutes, and it's going to work, and it's going to help me, you know, manifest more money. I've scripted about manifesting money and winning money. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it for 10 minutes and it will work. I'll get a really positive winning from this prize draw in 10 minutes. And it's not like I fully believed it. It's just something I told myself and decided, and just kind of put out there, and kind of created this idea, and I just felt really positive about doing it. I think that's the key, because I had much less resistance. I wasn't forcing it. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to try it. I believe that this could absolutely work. Why not? Manifestation is perfect and limitless. So I just decided to start saying, Isn't It Wonderful? I didn't even affirm for the money, but I knew I had scripted it. So that whole idea was already in my subconscious. I'd already put it out there. I was already focused on it. I knew movement for it was happening and everything. And yeah, at midnight, I won the exact amount that I had scripted a month prior. So I scripted, my exact wording was, I won £150 this month in the prize draw. And I set it for a certain date, and I'm not too fussy about scripting dates. I allow things to take whatever time it takes. I don't want to create resistance or stress for myself. So I'm like, if I get, you know, my scripting list today or next month, whatever. So it was a month later. However, it was in the exact time frame, 10 minutes. It happened when I said it would, when I intended for it and hoped for it, right? So I literally scripted £150, and that's the exact amount I won last month. This happened last month, by the way, like end of June. Yeah, end of June, first week of July. So it's one of those amazing moments where you get exactly what you want, and it was double the amount of what I've ever won. Of the highest amount I've ever won, this winning was double that, if that makes sense. Didn't know quite how to word that, but I think that made sense. So yeah, I got my £150, I got my intention, Isn't It Wonderful worked. You know, all of it came together perfectly for me to just be in the right mindset and really believe in my power and ability. Now, I continued using Isn't It Wonderful and all my self-concept affirmations, and also we found out that my dog wasn't feeling very well. My mum called me, they had to rush to the vet. It was nothing serious, which I found out it wasn't anything like where it was life or death necessarily, thank God. But he had to go to the vet and get checked up and potentially get some kind of procedure. So yeah, whilst my mum called me from the car, like I told her, you need to start affirming that Shaggy is his name. Shaggy is perfectly healthy. Just something along the lines of Shaggy being in perfect health. So I started affirming that too. I told her I'd be doing it, and I did it for about 20 minutes. So like I said, it's not exactly within the 10-minute time frame I mentioned. However, it was literally within an hour or two, because I had to factor in the time for, you know, him to be checked out at the vet. So physically, realistically, it shouldn't take 10 minutes because he has to go get a vet appointment regardless. But anyway, it only took 20 minutes of me affirming, and then within an hour, so I was affirming for 20 minutes that my dog is Shaggy's. So I affirmed for 20 minutes that Shaggy's in perfect health, Shaggy is perfectly healthy, just implying that he has 0 health problems. And I was also saying, Isn't It Wonderful? I think I did Isn't It Wonderful also for 20 minutes, which is more than I normally would. And yeah, so I just combined the two, and I was really focused on this end result of being told by my mom, which I already kind of had an assumption of. That's really important. Like, your overall assumptions are the main thing that will manifest the outcome. But obviously the affirmations and rampaging helps a lot as well. So I think all of it combined helped us get the perfect news that he got a big piece of grass stuck in his ear, and my mum said that either there's something wrong, you know, internally and they're gonna have to operate, or they just have to, you know, remove the piece of grass from his ear, and that's all that happened. And that's what happened. That was best case scenario, that there was just something stuck in his ear, poor boy. And yeah, it wasn't the best experience because he was in pain, but you know, he didn't need an operation, he didn't have a problem with his brain or ears, it was just removing the grass, and they got it out, and then he was on the mend from that point on, and it was the exact news I was hoping for. So yeah, it was what we were all hoping for. So me and my mum affirming using Isn't It Wonderful worked amazingly. Literally as quickly as we could possibly hear back, my mum called me within an hour saying, the vet got the piece of grass out, that's it, they did the, you know, mini procedure to remove it, and he's gonna be okay now. There's nothing else wrong with him. So yeah, that was another amazing little quick manifestation with the best possible outcome. So this one's really exciting and something a little different. I have made a video about manifesting social media success, which I might do an updated version of soon because my channel is growing amazingly. Just all my social media, well, I don't know, I don't want to say business, but like all my social media work is getting better and better, and I'm earning more, and I'm just getting more more connections with brands and more brand offers, and people just reaching out wanting to work with me, which is incredible. So yeah, it's really nice to have your work kind of recognized and the effort you're putting in recognized. So obviously that's something I'm working towards because I put a lot of effort into my channel and everything. So I was like, yeah, I want to, oh, sorry, I think I'm out of focus, but yeah, so I obviously wanted to manifest getting some success, getting some money from it, earning from it, because I love doing it. So I scripted quite a while ago, and I got, you know, moments here and there, but I scripted that I got a high-paying brand deal or sponsorship deal, something along the lines of a brand paying me a lot for sponsored content. And it just so happened that I think it was just over a week ago, a brand reached out to me, and I've been affirming, but I'll tell you guys the affirmation in a second, but let me tell you what I manifested. I manifested a brand reaching out to me about a week ago, and we got talking and emailing. They asked if I want to collaborate. They said they're looking to, you know, potentially sponsor some content after reviewing products for them in video on my YouTube. And I thought this is a perfect opportunity for me to actually ask for a payment and, you know, talk about pay rates and media kits and all this kind of terminology in the industry and just be more professional. And I thought, why not, you know, I should value myself. I should be willing to take the risk of asking for payment. Worst case is the brand will say no, but I had this positive intention in my mind that it will work. And I was like, I'm going to manifest some kind of positive outcome from this. So yeah, I emailed them, I sent them that, and I said, I'd like to work on a sponsored basis rather than just like a free product review. And this is the first brand I've ever asked. I was a little nervous, but they responded immediately saying, yeah, we're definitely interested. Like, this is something we'd definitely be interested in doing with you. Even said they want to work with me on a long-term basis, which would be amazing. Obviously, I have to try the products first, but it's such an amazing first step. And they literally agreed to sponsor me, which is incredible. And it happened to be the highest amount I would have ever earned, because obviously I haven't done it yet. But what we discussed, it would be the highest amount I have ever received for a sponsored post on social media anywhere. So that was amazing to hear. And yeah, so I started affirming literally the night I was emailing with that brand. I was, you know, during the afternoon and evening, we were emailing a little bit. And then that was the day I literally started affirming that I earn money from my social media, that my YouTube is, you know, I'm able to monetize my YouTube and earn from it, because that is obviously one of my end goals, to be able to get a source of income from the work I'm putting into this and potentially go full-time, or most probably go full-time. So anyway, that was something I've been working towards and affirming, and the brand literally replied that evening, yeah, we're definitely interested. I didn't see it until the next morning, but it happened within hours. On the day that I affirmed that I earned from my social media, was the day the brand agreed to pay me the highest I've ever earned. And it's not like an extortionate crazy amount, but for me it's the highest I would have ever earned. So I'm really, really excited and happy about that. It proves that if you focus on it, if you script, if you test out whatever methods feel good for you, get really specific on the end goal, really believe in its, being possible, and just allow everything to unfold in its own perfect way. And yeah, affirm and just focus on that end result, right? If you do that, you can absolutely manifest what you want. Even if you've never done it before, it would be the first time something like this has ever happened for you. It's not unrealistic. You can absolutely do it. So I think this is proof that even though I happen to see the response agreeing to the content, the next morning they had sent it the night before, which shows that literally in less than a day, which is what I affirm, that I manifest everything I want in 1 day or less. And within a day of me affirming for it, a brand literally gave me what I was looking for, and it was perfect, and it just happened so quickly and smoothly and easily, better than I could have expected, because I thought maybe this brand will say no and I'll just see, what the next brand that reaches out to me or whatever. They agreed, everything went smoothly and perfectly, they were excited to work with me, and yeah, I literally got what I wanted within hours, right? And the scripting helped as well, because I scripted that I got a really good brand deal. And yeah, so pretty much I used scripting, affirming, created powerful new manifesting rules that imply that I get what I want very, very, very quickly. So I highly recommend you guys test these out yourself as well. Those were just 3 stories of my own personal success from the past few weeks. I hope they inspired you and maybe help you guys trust me more and kind of understand that, I'm not an expert, but I know what I'm talking about because it works for me. I'm not just here regurgitating random information that I picked up from other coaches. I actually apply what I learn, and I'm really, really happy and excited with what I got. They're all like amazing in their own way, and I'll definitely have much more manifesting stories from my end to discuss, so stay tuned for future videos. And do thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy this, if you learned something. Hopefully it's a bit of a longer video. I'll try and cut it down if I can. But thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment and I'll see you next time. Bye.